and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make 5 DIY emoji holiday projects. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button. Leave me a comment with your favorite holiday activity and or your last 3 emojis you used. If you're not already subscribed and would like to see future DIY videos, please click that subscribe button. The first DIY will be an emoji stocking. For this one, you will need some yellow fabric. You will also need an image of a stocking. I will leave a link down below to where you can print this out. Place the fabric on top of the printable and trace around the stocking. Fold over the fabric and cut the stocking out. After it's cut out, you should have 2 pieces. Hot glue around the sides, leaving the top open. To make my emoji faces, I just used some different color fabric and cut out each piece of the face. I arranged them on the stocking how I wanted them, and then I used hot glue to secure them. And that is how you make these cute and easy emoji stockings. The second DIY will be emoji tree ornaments. For this one, you will need some ping pong balls, or you can also use the styrofoam balls. Spray paint, and if you're going to use the styrofoam balls, make sure that the spray paint is okay to use on foam. I'm going to use ping pong balls for mine, so I started by placing a thumbtack in the center of the ping pong ball to make a hole. The next thing I did was I placed toothpicks in that hole that I just created, and then I spray painted them. The toothpicks just make it easier when you're spray painting them to hold them in place. Once they were spray painted and dried, I outlined my face onto it, and then with Sharpie markers, I colored that in. Now you will need some sort of string or ribbon. I'm going to use this baker's twine. You can make the string any desired length that you would like. Once you have the length, then just fold it in half and tie those 2 pieces together. Remove the toothpick, place the knot over the hole, and then with the toothpick, push the knot through into the ping pong ball. And that's all there is to these easy emoji tree ornaments. Check out my other emoji DIYs with ping pong balls and also how to make emoji string lights. The links will be down below. The third DIY will be an emoji mini wreath. For this one, you will need the lid from a mason jar. You will also need some of these Christmas tree branches or pine rope garland. I will leave a link down below where you can find these. And just begin by wrapping it around the mason lid jar. I'm going to use some baker's twine to wrap that around the wreath so I will have a way to hang it. For the next part, you will need some buttons. You can find these at Walmart or at a fabric store. I went online, printed out some emojis, and cut them out so they'll fit into the center of the buttons. With some Elmer's glue, I glued each of the emoji faces into the center of the buttons. To protect the paper emojis and give them some dimension, I'm going to use some Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. Apply the Dimensional Magic to the center and let it flow to the sides. Use a toothpick to pop any air bubbles and also to carefully spread out the Dimensional Magic if needed. I let those dry for 24 hours. And here they are after they were dry. I arranged them on the wreath and then I used hot glue to secure them. And that is how you make the mini emoji wreath. The fourth DIY will be an emoji gift box. You will need two different size circle pieces, one that is slightly smaller than the other. Next, I'm going to use a piece of yellow poster board and trace each of those circles onto that. Once I have those traced on there, then I just cut those out. In addition to the two circle pieces, you will also need two strips, one that is 2.5 inches wide and one that is 1.5 inches wide, and the length will be determined by the circumference of your circles. To make the two strips curl, I just took a round wooden stick and just kind of went over the top of them to give them the bend shape. Using the bigger circle piece and the 1.5 inch width strip, start by taping around the circle to hold it in place. And here's what you should have at this point. Hot glue around the inside, don't glue over the tape. Once the bottom has been hot glued minus the tape sections, then you will want to remove the tape and hot glue those sections. Cut off the excess from the strip and glue it in place. Repeat that same process with the bottom of the box. Here is my top and bottom piece after mine were glued together. Onto the lid of the box, I traced out an emoji face and then with Sharpie markers, I colored that in. And that is how you make an emoji gift box. If you would like to learn how to make emoji gift bags, I will leave a link down below in the description to where you can find this video. The fifth and final DIY will be an emoji snow globe. For this one, I'm going to recycle a salsa jar. And what you'll want to do is just spray paint the lid to cover up any markings. I'm going to use one of these plastic ornaments, remove the top, And you will also need some yellow acrylic paint. Place some of the yellow acrylic paint into the ornament, swirl it around until the ornament is fully coated. Once it's fully coated, set that aside and let it dry for 24 to 48 hours. Now for the face, I just chose the face that I wanted. I printed out those images, cut them out, and then traced them onto the ornament. This step is optional, just giving you another way to make the face. Also remember to use a marker that will hold up in water. Once the face is colored in, make sure that the markers are fully dry before the next steps. To seal the bottom of the ornament to make sure no water gets in, I'm going to use a piece of parchment paper. I'm going to put some hot glue on that. Let that set for just a second to let it cool down just a little bit, and then I'm going to place that over the opening on the ornament. Once the glue had cooled down, I then removed the parchment paper. Now to my jar, I'm going to fill it about halfway up with some water. I'm going to add 2 pumps of clear soap. Next, I'm going to add some iridescent glitter and stir that up. Next, I'm going to take my lid. I'm going to apply some hot glue to the center of it, and then I'm going to glue my ornament to the lid. Place the lid back onto the jar and make sure that it is closed completely so nothing leaks out. If it does leak, then what I would recommend doing is adding some hot glue around the edges before screwing the lid on to make sure that it is sealed. And that is how you make an emoji snow globe. I hope you guys enjoyed all of these 5 DIY holiday emoji craft projects. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment with your last 3 emojis that you used. Until next time.